Hey guys, Kev here, and I'm hanging out with the new Olight Ostation X. So this is their new ingenious charging system for AA or AAA. Now you have to buy a AA or a AAA unit. It does not do both. That is an immediate downside. I would totally agree with you because you're thinking the same thing. You can get both, and then the way they have this set up is you can plug it in USB-C. It comes with a cord and a wall adapter. And they have two USB-C ports. So you can actually jump it. So you can put one in here to charge it. And then you can jump a USB-C to another Ostation X and charge that, which is pretty damn cool. So you don't have to have a wall outlet for each one. You can link two together. So if you got a AA and a AAA, you just put them right next to each other and then run a short cable over. I think that's a pretty smart move. Here's the app. So you can go to the app and under My Devices, so it's the Olight app, and under My Devices, you can go add it. So you'll have the Ostation X AA or AAA, whichever one you choose. And here it will tell you the percentage of the 4 batteries it is currently charging. It charges 4 at a time. So yes, the materials and everything say it can charge, I think, 32 batteries and store them. That is correct, but it charges 4 at a time. It does not charge them all at once, if that makes sense. And you can see the progress of the batteries that you have in there. You can turn it off. You can see how many have been charged in this cycle. So I emptied this and filled it back up to do this video because I had them all charged at the bottom. You can see it says there's been 4 charged. We have 4 down there waiting. And basically you just go over to this dispenser and say, hey, I need a battery. Oh, I need 2 batteries to put in my remote or my Xbox controller or whatever. And you take them out, and then that's it. It'll tell you how many are invalid. So when you put the batteries in, you put them up here. So you just drop them in. You can fit, I believe, 32 in here. And then it will charge them, again, 4 at a time. And then it'll store those 32 batteries down here. So I'm pretty sure you can actually put another 32 in, and you could have 64 batteries held in this sucker. Now the 32 on top would not charge because they're backed up by the 32 down here. So as you take them out, you could push this button every once in a while and it would start the cycle and start charging new ones until you run out of space again. So that is one way you could hold more than 32 batteries. But anyway, you load them in the top here. There's 4 sort of chambers. And you drop the batteries in, and then you slide this closed. I mean, you don't have to, but why not? It has a cover. And then when you turn this on, it'll have a white circle. You'll push the button. So this is a button. You'll push that, and it'll turn green. The green means it's analyzing. And it's analyzing the 4 batteries at a time. And if it finds any invalid, it will drop them into this tray. Okay? If this tray fills up, it will have a red light right here. And if it fills up, it will stop charging because it can't put any more in there if it needed to. So what you need to do is empty that when it's red. What I do is when I'm charging these, every once in a while, I just come in, open that, and take out whatever's in there. It will randomly drop your batteries in there because it just can't read them well. And it's probably just because the contacts are smudged or whatever. So all you got to do is wipe them on your shirt or grab some alcohol and just clean off the contacts and then boop, drop them back in the top. You don't want to load batteries in here while this thing's charging. I just think it's better to wait till it runs through its full cycle, gets whatever's in here out, and then fill it up and hit the button again to turn it back on. But I don't think it would hurt anything if you just happen to drop in some more, you know. And do not fill this up to where it cannot close, because I did that and I got this thing stuck. It popped over this last one. I had another one in here, and then I couldn't get it open. I had to really work at it to get it open. So, you know, just put what fits in there. Don't go crazy. You can fit a lot, right? What else? Oh, on the app, you can switch between fast charging and a standard charging. So there we go. I'm gonna switch to standard. It looks like it's basically done too. So you can switch that at any point that you wish. And what will happen is, as it finishes the batteries, this number will jump up. So it'll say 5. And then you'll hear clicks, and one battery will fall out after like 30 seconds. And then it'll take another minute or so, and then it'll say 6. And then one more will fall out. And when that one falls out, one of these, boop, drops in. And then once those 4 are out, this will switch on again, and you'll see 4 more charging. And it'll just keep doing that until it runs through all of those batteries. It takes a while. It might take a day to charge all the batteries if you put 32 in there. If you have it on standard, I would recommend you charge on standard. It's always better to charge a rechargeable battery slowly. Like on my 14500s and flashlight batteries, I use this charger from CountyCom. Shout out to CountyCom. Use code LeftyEDC over there for 10% off. This thing's like $15 with my code. Just search quad charger. But I can switch between 0.5 amp, 1 amp, and 2 amp. And I always charge on 0.5 amp. I'm not in a rush to charge my batteries. I have more. So I find it better to slow charge it, because if you do it fast, you might kill the life of the battery. But that's totally up to you. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I'm trying to do this quickly, because I always do super long videos, and I want to be better about that. It's pretty straightforward. You plug it in, you drop the batteries in the top, boop, hit the button. You don't have to use the app. So if you don't want to use the app, you don't need to. The only reason I really opened it was to show you guys. It's easier for me to just drop them in. This tells you how charged they are. So right now you can see it's like right around 80% on all 4 probably. And it's closing in on finishing those up. I love the construction. Really nice that you can see in there. I would recommend you put it somewhere that's not right behind your desk like I did, because it does make sounds throughout the day. At least when it's charging, you'll hear them drop, you'll hear things moving around, which is normal. It's fine. It's not a problem, but you just don't want it right behind you. But that's pretty much it. You can buy this as a standalone unit. The AA one is just over $100. The AAA one is just under $100. And you can also buy it with a bunch of their batteries if you want. And it's not too much more. So I would recommend that. Always better to have more batteries than less. And it's pretty affordable. I mean, you're talking about $100 right about, at least on this sale. Use the link in the description. It does help the channel. I would appreciate that. And you can use my code LeftyEDC on any non-sale items, or when the sale's over or whatever. But for $100, you get a really, really good charger. Now, I have a multi-bay, really big round charger that I use for batteries. It will charge AA and AAA, which is really nice. But it's this big bowl thing. It's from a company called Power Owl or something. And it's probably, taking up the same size as this, but this stands up. It's nice and sleek, looks like a console, where that is like this bowl on my desk with a cord running down. And what do I do once they're charged? Oh, now I need a battery. I got to store them somehow, right? And you don't want to just chuck them all in a drawer. So now you have to buy a case that holds batteries, or you got to buy the little, the little storage, like the plastic storage things to put them all in. And then I put all that into like an ammo can or whatever. So it's kind of nice to just have all the batteries you need. I mean, 64 technically, I think. That's a lot, just in this contained unit, you know? So definitely some big positives to it. Negatives, well, it's $100. It's a lot of money. And you're talking about a charger. I think I got that big bowl charger for like $30. Clearly not as good or useful, but definitely cheaper. So that's obviously a consideration for a lot of people. And then the other downside is it charges one type of battery. It does not charge multiples. Like the 4-bay charger will charge anything from, you know, a 10440 or AAA all the way up to an 18650. This just takes AA's. The answer to the question you might be thinking is no, it does not charge 14500s. You cannot charge lithium ion batteries in this. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, it's really good, guys. I would recommend it for sure. I think that they're going to keep updating the software. I've had to do a couple updates, so they're focused on it. They've delayed the release a couple times to make sure it's working perfectly, that you guys enjoy it, you don't have any issues, so I appreciate that. I don't know, I think it's innovative and I think it's different. You know, some people are going to say, it's kind of superfluous stuff that you don't need. And I got a lot of that, you know. Sure, you can find a much cheaper option to charge your batteries. That is 100% true. But is it going to be as cool as this? Is it going to do everything for you? Storing it, charging it, sorting them, all that shit? You know? No. So yeah. And I think I mentioned this already, but make sure you check this and you just clean the contacts and put the batteries back in the charger. Do not throw away the batteries that go in this invalid tray. It does not mean they're actually bad. You should get a battery tester so you can really tell, but I would just go with the fact that it's just not reading it right. Just clean off the contacts and try again. And if you keep getting the same battery over and over in there, even after cleaning, then maybe it's bad. And you could just mark the battery with a Sharpie so you know it's the same one. And then if you keep seeing that one pop in there, throw it away. But don't start throwing away all your batteries that go in there, because you'll throw away most of them over time. But anyway, that's it, guys. Shout out to Olight. Really appreciate them sending this my way to review. It was provided to me by Olight, so please keep that in mind. And let me know if you have any questions down in the comment section. As always, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. Peace.